Look at this river. It's been flowing for longer than any of us can remember, witnessing empires rise and fall, seasons change, and generations pass. This constant, steady flow, it reminds me of something fundamental to our human experience, something that has been our center of gravity since the very beginning: love. From the moment we are born, we crave connection. It's the invisible thread that weaves through our history, immortalized in stone like Rodin's kiss, whispered in poems, sung in ballads. It's the force that drives us to build families, communities, and civilizations. Love, in its purest form, is our attempt to defy the solitude of existence, to find another soul and say, "I see you. You are not alone." It's this profound need to anchor ourselves to another, to find a harbor in the vast, often chaotic, ocean of life. It's what makes us human. We've built monuments to it, fought wars for it, and dedicated our lives to finding it. Because in the end, what is life without the warmth of another's hand in yours? Without a shared glance that says everything without a single word? This river has seen it all, and it will continue to flow, just as love continues to be the current that pulls us all forward. But love has a twin, a shadow that walks beside it, often misunderstood, often shamed. We call it lust. For centuries, we were taught to see it as a sin, a weakness, a base instinct to be suppressed. But what if we looked at it differently? What if lust isn't just a carnal urge, but a different kind of hunger? A hunger to be seen, to be desired, to feel alive in our own skin. It's the fire that flickers in a shared glance across a crowded room, the electric current that passes through a simple touch. It's a raw, unfiltered expression of our vitality. Think of it not as the opposite of love, but as its primal, unspoken language. It's the body's poetry, a dance of light and shadow on skin, a testament to the fact that we are physical beings, grounded in this world. It's the acknowledgement that our bodies are not just vessels for our souls, but integral parts of who we are. Lust is the urgent whisper that says, "I am here, now." It's a shared vulnerability, a mutual surrender to the present moment. By demonizing it, we deny a fundamental part of our nature. By embracing it, we can begin to understand the full spectrum of human connection, where the sacred and the profane meet and become one. And then everything changed. The world was flooded with a new kind of light, a cool, blue glow emanating from a million tiny screens. The cityscapes at night, once lit by the warm yellow of street lamps, now pulse with this digital luminescence. We entered the age of the swipe. Love and lust, once navigated through handwritten letters, stolen glances, and whispered conversations, were now mediated through glass. A profile picture became the new first impression, a bio, the new sonnet. We learned to communicate our deepest desires through emojis and carefully curated photos. There's a strange beauty to it. This city of profiles, this digital galaxy of lonely hearts all searching for connection. But there's also a profound disconnect. We scroll through endless faces, each one a potential story, a potential love, a potential heartbreak. We can feel a spark from a witty message, a thrill from a matched notification. But what is the texture of a pixelated smile compared to the warmth of a hand held across a table? What is the echo of a text message compared to the sound of someone else's laughter filling a room? We've gained unprecedented access to each other. But have we lost something in the translation? The digital world offers us a universe of possibilities, but it also risks turning connection into a commodity, something to be consumed, judged, and discarded with the flick of a thumb. The old river of love now flows through a new, complex delta of servers and algorithms. This new landscape forces us to rewrite the rules. The old maps no longer apply. The ethics of love and connection are evolving, and it's an evolution with growing pains. For generations, monogamy was held up as the singular ideal, the only legitimate path to true love. Now, that assumption is being questioned. People are asking, is it possible to love more than one person? Does commitment have to mean exclusivity? These aren't easy questions, and there are no simple answers. We see couples navigating open relationships, individuals exploring polyamory, all trying to build connections based on a radical new principle: honesty. Brutal, uncomfortable, liberating honesty. It is about communicating needs and boundaries with a clarity that was often missing from traditional models of romance. It's about a commitment not just to a person, but to a process of constant negotiation and mutual respect. This isn't a rejection of love. It's an attempt to expand its definition, to make it more inclusive of the messy, complicated realities of human desire. We are moving away from a one-size-fits-all model and toward a tailor-made ethics of the heart, where the only true north is what feels authentic and respectful to everyone involved. It's a challenging path, filled with potential for both profound connection and deep hurt. But it's a conversation we can no longer afford to ignore. And let's be honest, this new world is a tangled web of the good, the bad, and the ugly. For the good, look at the sanctuaries it has created. Queer souls, once forced to love in the shadows, can now find each other across continents, building communities and finding acceptance in digital spaces that become lifelines. They find a reflection of themselves, a validation that they are not alone, a freedom to love openly that previous generations could only dream of. That is a beautiful, powerful thing. But then there's the bad, the loneliness of being ghosted, the silent, digital disappearance of someone you thought you were connecting with. It's a uniquely modern kind of cruelty. A rejection without closure that can leave you feeling invisible, disposable. And the ugly? The commodification of bodies. The way dating apps can turn people into products in a marketplace, where we're judged on a few photos and a clever bio. The pressure to present a perfect, polished version of ourselves, to sell an idealized brand of me. It can be dehumanizing. But even here, in the cold logic of the algorithm, in the sting of being left on read, there's a defiant truth. Even the pain is a sign of life. It's the sign that we are still trying, still reaching out, still risking our hearts in the search for connection. We can return to that river and see that even when the water is murky, even when it carries debris, it is still flowing. It is still alive. The mess is part of the journey. So, where do we go from here? What is the next frontier for love and lust? I imagine a future where we create new kinds of sanctuaries, not just online, but in the real world. Spaces where love and lust can coexist without shame, where honesty is the foundation, and where connection is valued above all else. Picture modern, open spaces filled with soft, warm light, places for conversation, for art, for shared meals, for quiet intimacy. Places where we can learn to be present with one another, away from the constant distraction of our screens. The goal isn't to reject technology, but to integrate it more mindfully into our lives. To use it as a tool to find each other, but not as a substitute for real, embodied presence. The future of connection isn't about finding the perfect person or achieving a flawless relationship. Perfection is an illusion. The real challenge is to be present for the joy, the mess, the pleasure, the pain, to look up from our screens and truly see the person in front of us, to listen, to touch, to be vulnerable. As I stand here by this ancient river, my phone buzzes in my pocket. A notification, a new message, a new possibility. The digital world calls, but for a moment, I choose this. The feeling of the breeze, the sound of the water, the solid ground beneath my feet. I choose presence, because in the end, that's where love truly lives. Thank you for watching, and as always, this is your host Donica DeQuella, signing off. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Silk and Steel, for more explorations like this one.